Hello everyone, welcome back to Dirdle fucks around in a fairly pointless and embarrassing manner. Today we're going to be continuing our long-standing quest to figure out what the shit I'm doing and, if possible, stop doing it. Probably by killing the Bomb King, and then also probably by running the Necrol at Lapidis. Gotta admit, I'm not too confident about either of those things. Bomb King shouldn't be, well, not impossible, I think, is what we're looking at here. Not impossible, bordering on possible. It's all good. Hey, little brother. Hey, don't mock me. Gonna take a wild guess and suppose that the fire elementals don't spawn in rainy weather. A vaccine? We'll be not using that, of course. We wouldn't want Vaughn getting more autistic than he already is. I'm off because I care, people. Oh, it makes a shortcut. Sort of. Well, we can get into this area now, and that's what matters. Or part of this area. There's like a secondary path, but I don't remember how to open it. I think probably you need the Fun Coast to be open before you can do that anyway. Do I need to kill these guys? Not really. tanned giant skin. Is that like a giant tanned skin? Help me out here. Is giantness distributive over tannedness or vice versa? So like, is a tanned hide just a small giant tanned hide? Or is there a more fundamental difference? You can't kamikaze when you're at full health? Cheeky bugger. Doesn't he know that he's filled with valuable experience points? A pirate hat! Oh my god. I must see how good it is. It is terrible. At least, I mean, it would be probably pretty good if I'd come here early, but without doing all the other stuff that I did early to make myself ridiculously overpowered. So, you know. Plus, I guess I can make both you wear it, and that would be funny. Let's do that. Let's not do that. I don't need any more of those, but... Once again, I will reiterate, the Sonic Book music is so comfy. Am I just... Can we maybe not go into the Necro Hole? Like, the clue is in the name, I mean... It's a Necro Hole. It's... probably bad. Yeah, let's go murder a bunch of dear woodland creatures instead. I really hope the third chapter of Life is Strange gets released soon. Really loving that game. You'd think time travel would make difficult choices easier, but no. So we're going to chain up as many of these things as we can. Try and make the winged boots. Those actually are going to be really useful. That is a really good pickup. Yeah, they're an accessory. And they give you float, which will allow me to get through Nabudis and all its traps with somewhat less pain and suffering. I mean, make no mistake, there's going to be a pretty large quantity of pain and suffering. Need more shield block gambits. I also need more remedy lock gambits, but it's a bit out of range, it seems. I think it's inner-ish. Yeah, and that's a pretty good remedy law to have. I like how one bunny turns the other bunnies hostile. More Harry's gems I really don't need. No more bunnies down here. There we go. It's the bunny who hops out when you kill all the other bunnies. Ah. There we go, 1 pinch of stardust. But is it special stardust? These questions haunt me. If it can conjure infinite the small ones, can't I just keep killing the small ones until I get a drop of stardust as well? Looks like it can. That's it, it might just beat me to death with its magic while I'm trying to be clever. Whoa, that's a lot of buffs you got right there. Shame about the, you know, vulnerability to gunfire. Yeah, I think that'll be a way to abuse its summoning. If it is actually calling additional weird hairs, I can just carry on chaining forever, can't I? It slows down the chain to keep picking up the loot, but I only need one on the stardust, so, and I'll guarantee getting it if I just kill every weird hair in the area and steal from space. So. Three. Well, that's not bad. only gambits that can target only these summoned ones. Unfortunate. Piece of fine wool. I like how they're just like, oi, check out the tail on this one. It's a falling piece of wool, that tail. You might just have to take it. It's a falling piece of wool. No, does not respawn the... bigger critter. No, he spawned in a different place. Alright. Is Back Punch a Pokemon move? Man, I am tranced the heck out right now. Why do those guys have so much worse magic resistance? Ah, because they're not wearing the good magic resistance items because I've equipped them onto other people. And/or never acquired them in the case of the Gigas had, which is lost time. Alright, there's our second pinch of Stardust. Let's go back to a more beating-based strategy. Be surprised how few problems can't be solved with a pinch of special Stardust. And/or a gun. A gun with fire bullets. A gun with fire bullets. Also, I think fire arrows might be good as well. I'm pretty sure the rabbits are usually water elementals, so... It's a lot of license points, really. We want to save up some, so that... Let's see what else we want to do. Oh yeah, we must steal a ton of Virgo gems from Malboros. Or Malboro Kings, sorry, in the north area north of here. We are going to get to Bomb King eventually, don't worry, but... making some preparations for the post-Nabudis world. How many do we have already? 1. Alright, I believe we're on 6. What does the bestiary say about rabbits? What area do they belong to, if not the area I've already found them in? Well, being a creature with a body the colour of ripe red fruit and a silken hair white as snow. Though of a warm, personable nature, they are very wary of predators approaching from the rear and turn to attack at the merest hint of danger. Their feather-like ears are highly sensitive to movements in the air, detecting the slightest stirrings caused by the approach of predators. Adored as a symbol of joy, it is popularly believed that those fortunate enough to glimpse a weird hair are destined to enjoy happiness in life. And the second page talks about stardust and something glowing. That's why they're so lucky, something. There's one Virgo gem. I don't know if you can get Virgo gems as, gems in general as a chain item, but I'm willing to try. Seven Virgo gems we'll need. Well, I maintain that I was half right. I left to go be awesome at Magic for a bit, but did we win Final Fantasy yet? To be honest, I have already won this game. I could just blitz right through to the final boss with my current loadout. I'm not even sure I would need to fight any non-boss enemies. But the objective, of course, is to get all the best items as quickly as possible. But by quickly, I mean as soon in the storyline. Well, plus or minus some. I'm not going to grind into good for the white incenses and wind slice opinions. I'm just going to go down to the Feywood for the wind slice opinions and take down Garudas in the Parama Rift for what are they called? White instances, we just spin over this. You know what, you'll get better by yourself. Well, the theory that slow, blind, and poison. Some of these problems can be solved. Surely it's more challenging to win with shittier items. Yes, but equally it's going to be very challenging to get the good items as soon as possible, and once I have them, using them is just nice. And it's not necessarily always about challenge, you know, sometimes it's just about sitting back and doing something nice. Like, if I wanted a challenge, I could be playing Dota, which has just got its 6.84 update. It's weird and a different game now, etc., etc. I don't need to flee through the next area. What if we just pull a Dumbledore, find them but don't use them? You're thinking of shitty canon Dumbledore, who, you know, I just refuse to believe in these days. I mean, like, if you go and watch the Orthros highlight video, that was a real challenge. I mean, although there are 2 Zalera videos, and I lose in the first one and only barely win the second. So, you know, maybe Belias and Mateus are going to be easy espers to get, because they're part of the storyline, and I'll be over-leveled and over-equipped. But, you know, Zodiac's always hard, no matter how leveled and equipped you are, so... You don't need to read my comments back to me, I know what I wrote. Yes, but hypothetical future watchers of the video won't have access to the comments. I say hypothetical. I don't think I have any good accessories to make Varn immune to these guys. Horrible. No. I could go immune blind, but I'm not really seeing it. Don't know if you can steal Virgo Gem from them either. I don't think you can. And we're going to avoid picking up loot so that we can level the chain faster. Since I'm pretty sure it's just a rare drop, not a monograph drop. I missed what you wrote. See? Wrong timing. Hi guys, hi there, Oxy. Yeah, that is Oxy. Well, I hope you guys get along. At the moment we're just going after Virgo Gems. Plan being to make the Casio Hood once we get to Romaces. But... apart from... no, I didn't go far enough. I'm not awake, I'm not awake. I guess I probably just want to do the Bomb King as soon as I can license... okay, I can. Alright, let's go kill that guy. So this guy has some status affinities. No, not quite what I wanted. Where is it? So Piano's our killer with Hermes Sandals, Aqua Shot. And Barn sets things up with the old-fashioned Nihil Remedy. How are you not awake at 8:30 at night? It's a question. It's been a bit of a long day, I suppose. As you can see, that inflicts quite a lot of statuses on him. It does actually inflict oil as well, and I think he uses fire spells to heal, so actually he wants to have oil, but I don't really care. Yay, Bombshell. That's nice. You can farm them here if you really want. Better just take some HP off him, so I stopped doing that. So yeah, now he's basically complete. Did I not change the gambit from foe any or something? Oh, he has disease! Oh. Okay, brain placed in gear. I guess if you can inflict him with disease, it doesn't matter that he heals himself with fire spells. Don't drink the item, Varn! You have Nio equipped! And then Varn died. Right, well on me. With a double handful of license points as well. We're saving them up so we can license exclusives to the Zodiac Spear when we get it. I'm going to go back to kicking Malboro ass for a bit because, in all truth, I'm a little tiny bit scared of Navity's Necrohole. I don't want to die. I just get these winged boots though, which is very lucky. It means I might not die instantly. Still don't have any holy weapons, do I? I I guess Zalera casts Holy, doesn't he? But, I mean, I think Kill would also just kill these guys. And he only casts it defensively, to heal himself. I don't know how Zalera, the God of Death, is Holy Elemental. I figure it's best not to ask questions. Why am I leaving loot? The chain level's faster if you don't pick up loot except when the chain number starts flashing. Then you can pick up as much loot as you want until it stops flashing again. So I want the chain level to get as high as possible before I start picking up loot, because the Virgo gems are rare or very rare. And so I want to get them up to like 5% or 3% or whatever the acceptably high number is. And that'll only take 30 kills if I don't touch any loot, as in the absolute map outside. Anywhere from 18 to 30, but... I like it when there's the same kind of enemy at both ends of a relatively short or at least peaceful area like this. I'm not going to switch on to a lower level character, because I want to get one person at least as high as possible. Although I'm sure there were more Malboros here before. Oh well. Yeah, I actually learned that fact about chains from this stream. Someone just dropped in and explained it to me while I was going for Kotetsus from the werewolves. And I was like, huh, that's really interesting. Although it was difficult because they were way, way too high levels, so I kept having to take the loot anyway to hope for the random health and buffs that it gives. Nessie, it only takes 7, which is 1 more than the minimum. I'm just going to go ahead and note that Virgo gems being associated with Malboros is really kind of strange. But hey. Not everything doesn't make as much sense as the bunnies dropping Ares gems, I guess. I think the walkthrough for this is by the one who goes by the name of either Ash 10 or Eulilia. Eulilia? It's not like a walkthrough, but it does detail the earliest times you can get everything. In terms of a walkthrough details everything, I'd have to suggest looking for something else, because no other slimy whinies, eh? Plenty of roly-polies, but Why am I ignoring some enemies and going after the blog ones? The blog ones? Oh, like the blurg ones. Like the icky Malboros. Simple reason, the number in the lower right above my HP and MP bars, I say the number, you'll know that there are like 9 there right now. Ignore those 9 numbers. The other one that only appears occasionally. Yes, Jethro Harp is my younger brother, who is watching the stream because I'm lonely. I don't know. Yeah, you'll watch come up when this guy dies. It's the chain level. As it levels up, you get better chances on loot. So even though this loot could be a Virgo gem at like a 2% chance or something, if I leave it, I'll accelerate getting to the 5 or 6% chances faster. Whether you decide to take every loot or wait until you're higher level, it kind of is just up to you, I think. My personal preference is like, if I only want 1 more of the thing, I'll just take everything. But if I want, as I do, 5 more Virgo gems, I'm going to need to get lots. So I want to get to the point where I'm getting lots as fast as I can. The Malboros in the Garam-Scythe Waterway also drop them, but those ones are high level. There, see, the chain level went up, and the lower level loot is less shiny, which means it has less good things in it, but there's still 1 more level to go. And the higher level loots reduce your chain acceleration more. So it's like there's a counter, apparently, ticking up with each kill you get. And at like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 kills, there's an increasing chance of going up from level 1 to level 2. But for each loot you pick up, that counter goes down by 1. Like 12, and yeah, I'd say he's around 12. Like 12 or 13. I'm the worst older brother. No, he's just finishing uni, and I've been out for a couple of years, so. My favourite part was when it crashed. I gotta admit, I'm not paying a huge amount of attention to the stream, but this is almost certainly the result of my housemates daring to use the internet. And what can I say? They're subhuman scum for thinking that they have any right whatsoever to touch my precious broadband. Dirdle already told me where you live. Congrats on coming out, Dirdle. I think it was my computer. What is your computer again? It's the same one I used to have, isn't it? The Pavilion DB6. Or did you get a better potato? No, I kid. I like my housemates, really. Hopefully very hopefully we will level up the chain here, and then I can grab those loot on the way back out. Because you can't level the chain back down again. Once it's up a level, it stays up a level. If you're wondering why the gunshot sound deals way more damage, it's because the gun is way better than the other weapons at this point. Surprising, but true. Ah, they are vulnerable to instant KO. Well, you live and you learn. I'll admit, the other part of the reason that I'm just staying here and not doing the monster-filled death dungeon is that I absolutely adore the music in this area. It's such a change from everywhere else in this game, which has a really sort of dramatic and orchestral feel going on. It's just really relaxed. Cooking naked is better than housemates. Well, cooking naked is just amazing, so, you know. Unless you're, like, frying things in oil, then I would strongly recommend some clothes. Like, really strongly. That's Toads Adults, yeah. Like, what are those things? Are they fruits? Nuts? Flowers? They look the same from all angles, so they're a sprite, but... I never even noticed those before. Now I see them, they're all over the place. Come on, level. Yes! A thorned mace. I didn't know they dropped that. 2 thorned maces? Okay. Let's check it out. A 48 power on hit poison mace. Let's try some different equipment. Being overpowered gets boring. Alright, so this is really weak. And it doesn't seem to alter your magic power in any way. But it's one-handed and it hits with poison, so... I reckon Penelo would look good with a really kick-ass katana, don't you? Both, yeah, with katana. I've heard that it's good, but the way katanas work, apparently, again, I looked this up off screen, is they work from your strength and your magic power. So they're kind of good on caster types, I guess. Also, I don't know. This katana, you make it from water crystals. I don't know a hell of a lot of moon runes, but I know that Ame means rain, and it hits the wind element. Who did this? Oh, look, she's a cutie with a katana. Penelo with axe. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I think that would work as well. I kind of like Varn on bows, but you know it makes almost no difference whatsoever. Man, you think this grinding is boring? Wait until the eventual Danjiro video. That's going to be a video. I'm committing myself to streaming this for quite a long time to come. Man, that damage is so much worse. Ah, you can poison them though. If there was any need to do that. So have I even picked up any more gems? No. Well, I'm a guest in the sense that I'm not the channel owner, but I'm pretty much a regular streamer here. In fact, right now I think I'm the most regular because I'm really into this game at this moment. I'm guessing that going for Danjuro and or Grand Armor will probably break me, and then I'll be less happy to continue streaming, but that's not for a while yet. Alright, if the mace is terrible, what else should we try on Fran? Not as much cool things as I thought I did. Serpent Rod, maybe? Gives you a nice magic boost. But then so does Flame Staff. And they're both about the same power. Yeah, let's go with the Cypress Pole. That actually has an even better evade than the shield and... It's the other reason I kind of like Bella on Katana is that I know this is completely untrue, but she seems to kind of have a higher combo rate. Wakey wakey. You know what, Fran's not particularly high powered right now, just slap him. Ah, see? Didn't even deal any damage. So yeah, overall I'd say I'm much more likely to stream on this channel than anywhere else. It's probably worth following if you're liking the streams so far. If I ever get my shit together... Fran on the pole. I'm a funny man. 4 Thorn Maces. I'm going to be rich if nothing else. Yeah, if I ever get my shit together, I'll start putting up times of streams and stuff on the Sector Alpha website, which can be found by googling Sector Alpha, I hope. I disclaim all responsibility for any lewd things you find while googling my website's name, well, our website's name, my guildie's name? But I'm blind. You'll be fine. Just follow the path. What was that RPG that implemented blind as like actually obscuring a vision of the screen? Can't I put it on Twitter? I could, but then I'd have to get a Twitter. Or possibly just use the Twitter I may or may not already have. I don't really remember. And in all honesty, I find the social medias kind of... Like I had a friend who used them and just up and quit one day. And he seems a lot happier since, to be honest, so... Recommended, I guess. I think I can reduce the chance of getting statuses on me by switching to Shell rather than Protect. So we'll give that a try. I'm not old enough to denounce social media. I don't know, I was born 40. Yeah, Shell definitely working out. Or, you know, confirmation bias definitely working out. Oh, can you believe I got a Virgo gem on the first Malboro I killed and not one since? I can. I'm looking at the stats right here. Stats are painful. Well, let's see. I believe it's a very rare drop, like 1% at 0 chain level, 5% at max chain level. So, I've only killed about... when did I get the level up? Around 26. So I've only picked up around 20 or so high level loots. So I should have one more on average than I do. Which, you know, statistics being what it is. And you can never get doubles of very rare loots, I don't think. You can only get doubles of rare loots. Still, there's, as far as I know, gems are always rare loots, so this is as fast as anything. Unless there's a place with more Malboros, but... These also help me afford all the monographs and canopic jar, which I'll need for the best weapon in the game. Ah, you say because Zodiac Spear is the best weapon? Wow. I'm not so sure. Oh, great RNGesus. It dwells in processor heaven? I don't know. I guess it'd be Mersenne heaven, wouldn't it? Since I believe the game uses Mersenne Twister. I'm not so sure. I can't remember, but I think greatswords have a significantly better combo rate than spears. So Tournesol ought to hit a bit better than Zodiac Spear on average. I'm not counting Worm-Hero Blade, since even though its combo rate is ridiculous, it can't be used for anything. You get it after killing all the toughest bosses. If I were counting it, it would be indubitably the best weapon, since it hits for like 5 hits in a row on average, which is almost 5 times as good as one hit. So if it's only dealing about half the damage of the Zodiac Spear, it comes out to about 2 to 3 times the damage total. This is just getting towards being miserable. I might have to get like one more Virgo gem and then go after the spear and then do the rest of the gems off screen when I'm feeling even more tired than this. Of course, this is reliant on me getting at least one. If you sing, it'll be cool. I don't know, I'm wary of any notion of cool that I think Rika would endorse. It's a roly-poly. Still nothing. Maybe I just imagined that there was more than one in this area. Or maybe, hang on, maybe all the roly-polies spawn and then they prevent any other ones from spawning. It's possible. What am I going to stream after Final Fantasy XII? Well... probably Broken Age. Since the second chapter part has been released recently, and I have the first one already. And you know, I really like Psychonauts, so... all these rare thorned maces. They're not loot. I mean, 10. Wow, is that like 5-hit combo from Fran? Damn. Maybe Fran should be on the katana. But I don't want to save Fran's license points when I have even better weapons and stuff.
That not look scary.
What? How could you never bother to finish it? It's sort of an action-adventure game, so it's a lot like, I don't know, maybe it's more like a platformer adventure? It's a bit hard to define. But it's good fun, and it has some funny stuff, and some serious stuff. Well, not serious, but not like this game, which is just, you know, metaphors for nuclear weapons and difficult politics all the way. Spoilers for Jethro, this game is a metaphor for nuclear weapons. You were never going to play it, were you? Bothered you as in nightmares? It's an aesthetic, guys. It's... Or I guess I could do a cave story run on hard mode, if I were going to do another nostalgia game. Or... wasn't there a version of Echo the Dolphin for PlayStation 2? I know it was on the Dreamcast, but I think there was a PlayStation version as well. And I never finished that, and I'd certainly like to. Although it will look incredibly dated by today's standards. Well, as if this one doesn't, but... you know, it's more about aesthetics than graphics as far as I'm concerned. And, yeah, the aesthetics in this game are amazing, the aesthetics in Echo are amazing. I liked the aesthetic in Psychonauts, though it obviously is something of a niche taste. Echo would be great, huh? I'll give it some consideration. If I can... $137 damage. Okay, I'm not really liking the pole. Amusing as it is. Cut him down, Fran. This luck. Mostly because you'd lose a lot and that would be funny. Hey. I mean, just because it's true. To be fair, I'd lose Cave Story a lot as well. Sorry. Yeah, but you wouldn't be a dolphin. Well, you make a very convincing argument. But, I mean, in Cave Story you're a cute robot, so... I know it's what my degree is in. No, hang on, communications degrees are convincing arguments, or politics or something. Philosophy is unconvincing arguments. Or did you think anyone believed that stuff about the zombies? This is good, this is turning into me arguing with my brother on the stream. This is what I've always wanted. To have unconvincing. You convinced yourself that your degree was a good idea. You must be good at something. This is obscenity. 50 dark magicites. Enough Albro fruits to poison a room full of who wants arguments to stream? Apparently all of us. It's not like I want to argue, it's just that you insist on being wrong. And am I just going to be able to max out my license board by the time I get these damn things? Well, not quite. Please. No. Fine. I'm gonna go see if there are more Malboros in the southern half of this area. Is there any way to avoid the pumpkins? No. Just gonna have to run past them. If you kill a different enemy type, you lose your chain. You don't want that to happen. Though there is an effect called the reverse chain effect, where you kill alternating enemy types, or different enemy types one after the other, so you never do the same type in a row, but it's not as good, basically. Not as good and harder to do, so yeah, not really sure why it's in the game. The rabbits are also friendly, so don't worry about them. More pumpkins. No. No bullying the pumpkin monsters. It's mean. Well, turns out there weren't many Malboros in the southern half of this area. Still, it's fun to explore. No, you just get the same loot, but again at increased rates, but the increases are lower. So like if you get your reverse chain up to level 4, which is as hard as getting a regular chain up to level 4, you get like overall a 3 times increase on loot rates, whereas regular chain goes to 4 or 5 times depending on the original rate. Jethro, if I follow you when you tweet, then Tom goes like, well, that's a good point. If you follow him, you'll get really good puns. And whatever else it is he tweets. Insightful comments? Do you do those? I should sell this more. Please follow me. Damn, I'm convincing. I've got to say, once again... Wait, why am I running all the way to the other end of this? I've opened up the monitoring area. Oh my god. How long have I been running down that way when I could have been going this way? Someone like... remind me to... not do stupid things. There's only one of the Malboro on the other side. If you can get your bro to sing, you'll get more follows. Do I know any songs? Like, actual songs. Not theme tunes to anime. Those don't count. Wow, I did not expect it to take this long just to get one more. Like... Jethro, you'll appreciate this. Mythic rarity is bullshit, right? Pokemon Johto theme tune. Something from Oliver. What does Oliver have in it? Musical, that is, not the Dickens book. I don't think the book had any songs. You like mythic rares? Oh, you shill. You traitor! Is it because you're a judge now? Does that make you hate the player base? No, wrong way. Well, you say it enables me to make better cards, but the last few sets have just been terrible. Not true, cards were one of the best sets of all time. Really? Because I did draft cards, and it was miserable. It was like, how can we suck all the fun out of more? And Modern Masters 2 is looking sweet. I did kind of like Modern Masters, I guess. It was a bit, you know, getting the archetype. You know, you didn't really have any non-archetype decks, but it was a cute idea, I thought. Cards is revered for being skill-intensive and interesting. Yeah, but what's it called? I think I'm gonna like build a little house out of thorn maces. It is maces, right? For plural of mace. Yeah, it's gotta be. Reminded me of Future Sight. 2 Virgo Gems! Bosses, eh? Plural of mace is mice. I can believe it. And another Virgo gem. Okay, sure. Alright. So we literally did wait forever and then get 3 to come along at once. That's glorious. We're now only 2 Virgo gems short of our total. I can see what you meant about Skinner boxes there, Jethro. I'm sorely tempted to just carry on going up the Virgo gems. The best part is you don't even get to see me make the item, because this is just preparation for an item that I can't make until a fair bit later in the story. We'll give it one more go, he says. We'll give it one more go, reaching for the draft again button on Magic the Gathering Online. You're not going to be able to cast that. The advantage to doing this off screen would be that I can use the fact that it's an emulator to manipulate my luck a little bit. But the advantage of doing it on screen is that it's really relaxing. Don't have to embarrass myself dying in the Necrohole. There's actually two things we want in the Necrohole. We want the Zodiac Spear, and we also want Ein Hajarium, which is a rare steal from a really, really tough enemy. But hey, we got a Salamand Entites Salamand Halcyon on our second try, so 90. Killed 90 of them. Alright, let's do it. We're running hell, boys. Sorry, chain. Touching save crystals breaks your chain, so you can't just... well, cheat, basically. Still, we got more Virgo gems than one might have originally expected. So, we want to go left, and then follow the left-hand side. Easy enough. You've done well, farmer. Oh, there are these guys, aren't there? Antares. They're actually weak to wind. Do your thing, Nello. Not half bad. Yeah, since our first encounter with Baknami, and I actually want to find out something. Because if this works, it'll make the Necrohole a lot easier. And if it doesn't, well, no loss. Beautiful. That said, I think I'm going to keep float boots on most of the time that I'm in there. You see Varn is now floating on a little cushion of air? This makes him immune to traps. This is incredibly important since the traps in the Necrohole will insta-jib me. Antares B uses Cannibalize. What's the maximum level they can reach? 39. Probably then some. Did I have a Dusty Chain? Yeah, right back at the start. I was really bad at it at first, and then eventually I got the hang of it. By that time, of course, Sivan can walk over the trap without exploding. Very useful. We also want to set up our party so that I get the best cutscene, or whichever one I like most. This is pointless.
This is all that remains of Nabudis. 2 years ago, it was destroyed utterly by a mysterious force. The work of the Midlight Shard.
This? In just 2 years? How?
As the Dawn Shard brought down the Leviathan and her fleet, a fell mist spilled forth. It is like the same thing happened here. The Nethicite's mist has corrupted the life of this place. It is a necrohol overrun with beasts. We tread here on a fool's errand. We had best turn back.
Really wish those guys weren't targeting each other because I do not want them in the party right now. Alright, gambits off, boys. We're doing this barehanded. Yeah, I think this is the best I can do. I don't think I have any one-handed items, like weapons, that increase my evasion any further. Although actually I would have a slightly higher evade with the Cypress pole than with the shield plus... oh, well, that's interesting. Let me just try some other things with the shield, see what I can get. That gives me 16 evade. That'll go to 20. That'll give me 21. And these are also all 21. While the Cypress pole was 25. Okay, that's kind of weird. Still not entirely... oh, did I cancel Protect? Oh well. Oh, I'm going to cancel it again. Oh well. This will make the buffing take a little longer, but it'll also make us a little bit safer. We have that one up already, but I want to refresh it. I think the cutscene you get depends on who you have in your party. Like, I think having Fran in your party adds some extra lines as well, but I don't think there's anything else I can do. Right, now I've just got to see if I can remember the route. We might want to stop off at the secret shop as well. We don't want to flee here because we want to get the block chance. Yeah, shop's down here, I think. No? I guess one of the walls must be a secret passage rather than just a... oh well. It's a mystery we'll solve later. Oh damn, I didn't know there was lightning there. God damn, I'm blocking well. We're gonna be okay, guys. We were gonna be okay, guys. Oh, that was a lucky miss. I believe I could remove slow with the remedy. Now, I do love the music in the Necrohole. It's really creepy and eerie, and at the same time kind of sad, I guess. But if I were going to pick a theme, I would definitely pick Cave Stories Running Hell / Curly's theme, because that is a god tier piece of music. Oh, a Dark Elemental, and it's already hostile. But it doesn't even matter, because I have a Celebrant's Mitre and I may as well be immune to magic. Why is it casting non-dark spells all the time? This happens. No, wait. Ash. Why haven't you licensed anything you've done broad? Got the float boots, right? Yeah. You got the armor. But I do want the cypress pole as well, that's a little bit out of my way. Oh no, it's up here, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not licensed to the Celebrant's Mitre? I really, really wish more than anything that there was just a go to license board from the equip screen. I would appreciate that more than anything. This is why we spent so much time grinding these defense items in Valheim. Please stop chasing me. Please. Okay, excellent. Princess of where, Oxy? Dalmasca? Pretty sure Dalmasca's not a nation. All glory to the Arcadian Empire. Right, this area was a straight line as I recall, possibly with some dead ends. Hall of Effulgent Light. Cloister of Distant Song. You have to admire their commitment. I could add Reflect on top of that. Ah, there's the enemies I want to steal from, but not just yet. Right, this is either right or straight. And I think you go straight forward here. No, I think I was wrong. I was wrong. Mistakes were made. Because Elveret, I think Elveret is a word, unless I'm just misremembering and thinking of Elbereth from The Lord of the Rings. Well, I have to say that taking a pure YOLO attitude to running the Necrohol is not necessarily entirely wrong. Right, this is the difficult one. I can't remember my way around the Cloister of the Highborn. No, I don't think it's in there. It definitely isn't. North and on the left? I'm hopeful. This looks familiar. Success! We did it, guys! Right, now we just try to escape alive. Stings a bit. If there's an Elveret waiting for me, I might be in some serious trouble. I guess I get points for calling it. Points are also being murdered by Elverets. Yeah, the winged boots were an absolute fine, because otherwise I have to be dodging traps left, right and centre. Like one there, pretty sure I ran over that one on the way in. Piss off! Are they leaving me alone? No, I'll have to turn off gambits. Bad plans. So if I were crazy enough to just try and steal 2 Iron Hajariums at my current level, what would be the best way to do it? I need to zone twice to respawn them, so I guess north and then south, though I think that door is locked until you do some story stuff that unlocks one of the bosses in this area. So I'd need to zone back to the Salika Wood, probably, since I'm pretty sure this area is safer. So I'd want to clear out this area, which shouldn't be too hard because it was mostly Backnamies, and I can kill them with Naiho Phoenix down. And then I run through here. It won't be able to clear out all the stuff like the Dark Elemental because it'll just respawn. Oh, poo. Can't say I'm too pleased about that. Best way is with Ash because of the noises she makes when she gets killed. Lewd. I kind of like Bolthier's deathline. It's like, is that your best? I mean, what a smug, basically. I don't think there's any need to qualify that with further provision. So, am I crazy enough to go after Ryan Hajarian? I really think I am, but it is kind of 10 PM, so maybe the best thing to do is to make my way back to a save crystal, and then try Necrohole round 2, Nethicite Boogaloo, tomorrow. Assuming I'm not even more tired tomorrow, in which case there'll be more farming burger gems for me. If I'm only actually level 47, I could realistically cut my way through here if I went really slowly. Bit like Barheim Passage. Ah, here's the secret shop. assuming people stop following me. Back to me, merchant. New bazaar goods are now available. I guess that's the one for just talking to any merchant some number of times. Which I don't want right now, though. It does give me an opportunity to drop all of those Marlborough fruits. Ha! At last! Rich! Rich beyond the dreams of avarice. Where are the dark magicites? Maybe they don't buy dark magicites for the obvious reason that they are literally surrounded. Oh, there they are. They sell literally only ethers, but you can't buy them anywhere else to my knowledge, so... Maybe the clan shop at really high rank. So I'll stock up now. And he's like, I'll leave you to get killed now. Try not to feel offended. It's okay. I don't mind. I'm used to it. I've got to say, pulsar wave sounds intimidating. Ah, it disables you. That's really bad, all things considered. Oh well, I have enough people alive to just blitz my way out. Provided I can keep equipping the winged boots, of course. If I had to take them off, I would be screwed over by the massive number of traps near the entrance. Minutes before bed, surely. I take a policy of sleeping when I'm tired and trying to stop playing. Well, alright, I will freely admit I am not the world's best at stopping playing video games before I go to sleep, but right, we want to take... It's the third row, it's the one that leads out. I suppose at some point I'll need to find out if Elverettes are vulnerable to either Naiho Phoenix Down or Zalera's Kill, since that would be my alternative way of clearing this area. I guess if they're vulnerable to one, they'll be vulnerable to the other. We did it! I'll admit, level 37 to 39 is above minimal for running Nabadis. As for that matter, is Dragon Mail and hat. But right, so let's see if we can carry the Stabby Sticky, which lives here, I think, and that one for the Cutty Swordy. Looks like we can. Alright, and that's getting the Zodiac Spear immediately. You can't do that, Oscar. Immediately in story terms, after Tomb of Wraithwall. I guess if I have the spear, I don't really need Golden Emblems anymore, do I? Again, I'll iterate. The weapon designs in this game are just so, like, clean and, you know, they don't go over the top or anything. Like, I guess the great swords get kind of weird, but yeah, and that's a spear hitting for as much as Arcturus, which is good because the spear is only going to get better as I get stronger, whereas Arcturus retains the same damage forever. Right and right again. It's almost like I already made that decision, but the other way around on the way in. Did I actually get around to a cooking coffee with anything? Probably come up with some.